While the corporate world and its leaders are adjusting their positions to match the 4IR initiated change, is enough being done to well position the next generation of world inheritors? Welcome to PTWA Progressive Talks with Archie. Allow me to design my church on first. Igama thokoza nonyona chelelo ngumthisi ngezombethi. Izala ntombi abadliwayo hansi ubethu my. I'm Archie, the progressive thinker and technology fascinator. The technologies of the fourth industrial revolution are changing our lives in dramatic ways. But this means that the youth of today are the innovators of tomorrow. So as such, it makes it very necessary that they are equipped with the relevant skills that will help them to interact with these technologies that are coming through, like 3D printers, artificial intelligence, robotics, virtual reality, all these, so that they are able to continue and carry over from where this generation has left off. But now then, how then do we make sure that they are well prepared? How then do we make sure that they are well equipped? It first begins with maybe equipping them or ensuring that they are equipped with the relevant knowledge to be able to interact with these systems from both the production level all the way to the customer outcome. So you'll find that they have to have the knowledge of the value chain, understanding what happens in the value chain, understanding the links between the physical machines and the digital systems. For example, in the health sector, employees and what new hires will be expected to understand the technologies that are used in the production of the medication all the way to the patient outcome, such that they are able to navigate and say what technologies are used and also how they're useful, how that they affect or how do they result in this specific patient outcome. So this generally means that all these new employees or the youth of today will have to understand the current and the future business models of their companies that they are involved with. So that alone is not enough. There's also need for our youth or our millennials to be able to work with these machines in harmony. These machines are soon going to be constituting about half of the labor force, following a decline in the working age population. So you realize that this leaves our youth with different career aspirations, and there is need for them to be well equipped with the right skills. And this is just proof that there is change. These changes in our working skills or the skills required for labor are changing very fast. So you realize that there is going to be a wipe out of most of these low-skilled labor jobs, and then replacing them with robots is a way of automating them and making them more efficient. But then there's going to be less likely chances of high-skilled labor being automated, which is the reason why our millennials have the need to be involved or equipped in these high-skilled labor jobs. Bear in mind that I'm not saying high-skilled labor is not going to be automated or is immune from automation. No, it will be automated, but not so fast. What I'm generally saying is that just know where you stand. But anyways, there's also need for our millennials and centennials to equip themselves with the entrepreneurial mindset, being able to be businessmen, business people, pushing the boundaries of the orthodox ways of doing business and making a living. So I remember Jack Ma, when he was in South Africa, he once said that there is more power in humble beginnings in small companies rather than big companies. Small companies are able to keep pace with the technological changes, and this means integrating new softwares into their line of work to improve the quality and the accuracy. Whereas with big companies, this is quite a hurdle because it actually disturbs the civilization of those big companies. However, anyways, those big companies also, if they are youth who are also there, or even without the youth, they can collaborate. Collaborations will come in handy in actually helping them to also embrace the right technologies that are necessary for them to also succeed. But generally, I tell you, get an entrepreneurial mindset. It will work. In the new revolution, we are collecting more data than ever before, thanks to the Internet of Things and other connected devices. By the way, these are expected to hit about 75 billion devices by the end of year 2025, and they'll be collecting about 85 zettabytes. Yes, 85 zettabytes worth of data, and that is about 85 trillion gigabytes worth of data. That's a lot. By the way, did you know that in today's generation, where in 2 minutes we are collecting more data than they used to collect in all those years before the year 2000. So that's a lot of data, you can just imagine. Anyways, our data technicians will not be expected to ask questions like how do we collect the data or how do we store the data. That's too simple. They need to be asking the FBI kind of questions like, how can we use the data to monitor our product? Can it be done in real time? How else can we use the data to generate insight for our products? So now you see that there lies another opportunity for our youth or our millennials to actually venture into those skills and actually acquire those skills, be equipped with those skills, because we are yet to collect more data. Ethical intelligence will be very significant. Although it will be very difficult to do the right thing considering the complexity of these digital systems, it will be very necessary that we understand the effects of these digital systems on each and every stakeholder. As such, engineering processes like the failure mode and effect analysis should be deployed to actually ascertain the effects of these programs or these systems on other stakeholders and see what needs to be changed so that it doesn't defy the ethical conduct that is required by the society. As such, you realize that considering that the capabilities of AI, think of what happened to the Boeing 737 MAX 8 that killed about 346 people in 2 incidents. Considering that the test pilot had asserted that there is a problem with the software, they clearly said that there is a problem with the software. So now you realize that there is some dangers if we are not really considering the ethical conduct, the ethical intelligence. If that was the case, then it should have been solved. Ethically, that was supposed to be solved before that happened. Maybe we could have saved lives. But generally, you realize that there is need for our youth who are going to be going into these new companies or venturing into these new digital systems rather. There's need for them to undergo the ethics training, which is going to create in them a watchdog mentality. How can we well position our youth for tomorrow? I could go on and on about how we can well position ourselves, but how about you give us your additional opinions in the comment section down below, and don't forget to like the videos and subscribe to my channel. Other than that, stay tuned for another epic edition of PTWA Progressive Talks with Archie as we further our understanding of this fourth industrial revolution. But until next time, contemporary achievers, remember, success is zero.